So here it is then, one of the latest releases from RUFUS Publications. Sabbath, the Dio Years. Huge book, or a huge box anyway that contains the book. It's the box itself is 46 centimeters by 33.5 centimeters, and the book inside is 30 by 30 centimeters. It's a documentation in pictures and some words of Ronnie James Dio's years with Black Sabbath. Clamshell case. It's a material covered with the printing of Heaven and Hell on the front of it in a cross. The name by which Black Sabbath in its latter years with Ronnie James Dio was to go by on their tours and on their album. But everyone knew it was Black Sabbath. Okay, nothing on the side or the back. All black all the way through. Let's have a look inside. See, it's a lovely clamshell case. Huge. Now with it, we get some prints. It comes in this this folder here with a label with images of the band members on it from the front. I'm not trying to take that off. I know what happens if I try to take that off. It'll tear or it'll pull the black off. But luckily, the prints do come out nice and easy. There's also a poster in here as well. Some nice prints. Nice and it's a mirror image of the label over here. And it includes the two drummers, VINNY APPICE and Bill Ward. Some nice prints of some of the posters going back to the day. It's obviously it was an advert at the time for Mob Rules stating the new album at the time from many years ago. It takes me back. Another one here, nicely printed as well, showing the tour dates in the UK that year, including my home city of Glasgow. The Glasgow Apollo, the world famous Glasgow Apollo. A great venue and a great night that would have been. I think some of my friends at the time went to that. Nice poster here for a print of the advertising for Black Sabbath's Neon Nights, the single. And it says here, the first 25,000 copies of this single are with a special bag. I don't know what that special bag was, so if any of you know what that special bag was, I'd be grateful if you'd let me know down in the comments. It's a hell of a good single, and it was a good single. It's a great album. Now you have an envelope here, the Black Sabbath the Dio Years, with the Heaven and Hell cross on it as well. And this contains a print and a poster. The print is a copy of Harry Carmian's iconic pencil drawing of the band, dated 1979, the year Ronnie joined Black Sabbath. And it includes a poster of this print. Now I'm not going to open the poster because it's going to be quite big, but I'll try and give you an idea of the size. Oh, go on, what the hell. Hey, I'll open it up. I think you'll get yeah, it's not too bad actually. You can see that quite well. So for those of you with the Heaven and Hell down the bottom. Those of you like your posters, there's a nice poster to print, put up on your wall, and maybe even frame. See, all this came in here. And we got the book. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the camera angle, and I'll be back with you in a minute to bring it in so you can see the book a lot better. So bear with me, I'll be with you in 1 second. Okay, here's the book. Number 105 out of 300, which makes this number 30 out of the 30 by 30 issue. Leather bound cover, front and back. Usually they use recycled leather over at the Rufus company. It's got a beautiful zinc metal textured raised cross embedded into the front of the book, and it's a really great classy look. Absolutely great touch. On the side of the book we have the details, and on the back we have the Heaven and Hell cross again. Okay, let's get into the book. Now, I'm going to go through this at a fair pace because there's over 400 pages to go through, and I think I'd like you to have a look through the book. Okay, here we go. As I say, this is signed. We have I'll try and make this so you can see this a bit easier. It's a bit difficult. We have Tony IOMMI, Bill Ward, Geezer Butler, Vinny APPICE, Wendy Dio, and the printed version of Ronnie's signature there. I can see that. Okay, let's get stuck in. All the chapters here. With introductions. Lizzie Hale, Rob Halford, Klaus Mena, amongst others. Some literature talking about Ronnie's early musical career and the lead up to his joining Black Sabbath. And the history of Black Sabbath itself, by the looks of it. If you haven't read through any of this yet, such an iconic image. If you go look online, this was actually taken, the inspiration, there's a photograph of a group of girls sitting down. It looks like 1920s, 1930s, in their dresses of the era, having a cigarette break, and they took 3 of the girls and used their stance and the way they were sitting and turned them into these dark angels, and that's where it comes from. So go have a look, it's quite interesting. I never knew to just recently to going to have a look. Some lovely images. Of the young Ronnie and the younger members of the band. I think some pictures of his family there. Ronnie joined in 1979 after Ozzy was told by the rest of the band that they thought it was in the best interest of the band if Ozzy went on his way and sorted himself out. It's a great image. Fantastic. Running on stage for his birthday. 1980. There's a birthday present for you. Yeah, so Ronnie came in and took over vocal duties for the band. Resulted in those two great albums, Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules. Two great albums in my opinion, and two albums that probably really, you know, they saved Black Sabbath in my opinion. It was a make or break time for Black Sabbath. New singer, slightly different take on the music compared to what had been before, and it was a gamble that paid off, and they couldn't have picked a better frontman than Ronnie. He left. Story I've read was there was a bit of a, shall we put it, a disagreement when it came to the mixing of the live album, Live Evil, and it resulted in the parting of their ways for a few years. I've seen some interviews with various band members over the years, and you know, yeah, I think it's a case of he says, she says. You know, who knows what the truth is about their falling outs? Only they truly know. But the passing of time, I think they liked each other enough and respected each other enough, which is why in 1990 we saw the second return of Ronnie to the band, which resulted in 1992 the release of Dehumanizer. But don't you love a rock band? Don't you love our rock bands? But Ronnie quit again. I've always liked this cover. Ronnie quit again. Again, well, even what I've read, and we can only go by what we've read and what the stories are. It's something to do with the Ozzy's retirement concert, and he wasn't having nothing to do with it, something along those lines, and he left again when Ian Gillan replaced. That was a controversial one as well, and there is talk of them remixing that album and redoing it again, because that was one of the big complaints. And of course, when Ronnie left, they had this show to do at Ozzy's retirement thing, and the great Rob Halford stepped in to do 2 nights in place of Ronnie. And by all accounts, he done a great job. Some fantastic images in here. There truly is. I'm just going to pick up the pace a little bit here. He really knew how to tell a story when he sang. It wasn't just his great voice that made him so iconic. There's lots of singers out there with great voices. But Ronnie, he knew how to tell a story with his face and his body language and the way he interacted with the fans and the audience. He just had that charisma about him, and he really did appreciate his fans and the people who bought the albums, the records, who put him in the position he was in. He was very appreciative of it and seemed to treat them with great respect. So he rejoined the band again for his final outing with them in 2006 to 2010. They toured under the name of Heaven and Hell. To get around, I think there was some legal arguments over the name of the band and who owned and la-di-da-di-da, this, that and the other. But everyone knew that it was, in essence, it was Black Sabbath in all but name. His last outing with the band resulted in 2009. The album The Devil You Know was released, and that was to be Ronnie's last musical venture with the band, apart from any touring that was to follow. He'll be sadly missed, and I don't think that there'll be anyone quite like Ronnie. The voice and his personality, he was quite unique and in many ways irreplaceable. So I hope you have enjoyed looking through this book. I say you can. I'm trying to do it in such a way that it just leaves you enough gap to pause and have a look at any pictures that grab your attention. They really have sourced an amazing amount of pictures in here. I see it's still available, as far as I know. I can't remember whether I've told you now or not, but there is a basic version available, which doesn't come with all the fancy bits and pieces, but it's got everything that's in here, and it is sleeved in a case. I'll leave the information of where you can get these books in the description, and you can go check them out yourself. I see this is quite a long video, so I'm trying to remember what I've actually said to you or not. But you can pay for them in installments. You get an option. I mean, this book came out over a month ago, and I just got it the other week because I finished paying off in installments. I say it was a considerable purchase. Not too far from the end now, and another great loss over the last years. And we lost Lemmy as well. Some more tour dates there for you. Life after Ronnie. He was truly iconic in the world of rock. When he's made to movies and everything. Some other stuff here relating to Black Sabbath. Some nice bikes there. I don't have a fancy enough bike to do that. Wendy. It's completed with an interview with BUTLER, Tony IOMMI. It brings you to the end of the book. Ronnie James Dio, July the 10th, 1942 to May the 16th, 2010. Rest in peace, Ronnie, and thank you for all the wonderful music and songs that you gave us. Okay, I hope you enjoyed looking through this book with me. I hope you come back again. Until then, take care. All the best. See ya. Bye.